Hi everybody, welcome back. In this video, we are going to learn how we can, make use of these fake APIs. I mean, it is the mock APIs. So assuming, let's say you are working on some UI component and, backend is not ready. I mean, to say that those APIs are not that, no, not yet developed, right? So first of all, you are blocked. So instead of that, waiting for those APIs to be developed, what you can do, you make use of these APIs. So what will happen, like, let's say you want to make a get call from your UI, so you can use these APIs and start your work, and you can hardcode the all the response whatever you are in need of that in the APIs, right? So this way you will be unlocked. Similarly, you can do for other endpoints like post, put, and stuff like that. So that is what we are going to learn in this video. All right, so there are three websites I'm going to show in this one. Pretty much I use three of them. There are many actually, but I use these because they are pretty easy to configure and use it, right? And the catch part is like you need not to log in. I think this one you need to log in, but I use this email ID because this website provides that email ID also, which you can use to log in. I will show you. So first, let's see. I'll show you the login part later. So once you log in, right, you can just click on this plus button and give any name. Let me give let's say demo. And I think here also you can configure you want to any stuff like that. Let's say you want API slash as it's already showing a placeholder, right? I will also say, let's say API slash for now I'll say v2 just for an example. Okay, it should create. So it's created. Now you just need to click on it and it's done, right? So right now there is no endpoint. It just configured. If you click on it, nothing going to happen, right? It's just giving you the same URL. All right, so you need to click on new resource, and that is where you will create your first get API. So I am simply saying get users. All right, and in that I don't need this created by. This is like by default, you cannot delete this field. This is like ID is fixed, and I will say okay, I need the name, and I let's say I need address. So I will simply say address, and they are using faker.js. You can pretty much use other fields if you want to, but let's use that. Here I will say city, just one field, and I'll say create. Okay, so the endpoint is created. If you click right now, you will get empty because we didn't click we didn't say, like, let's say generate data. So let's say I say okay, generate 11. You can just increase, decrease, stuff like that you can. So I'm saying, let's say generate 11 records, and if I click on right now, you see it just get, and that's pretty. So you can see 11 record is generated. So it has name and it has an address. So browser I am hitting, so that means the get. You can do the pretty much same from Postman also. Let me do it right away for you. So I just copy this one and hit send. You see I'm getting all the records. Let me check if ID works like this also or not. In this API it works, right? So you can use parameter get by ID also. So I entered 3 and I got the third record. Let me remove this one. You just remember this name, whether it's really keeping those track or not. I mean, it's a real data or just that is also yeah, you see this is proper. So you're getting get by ID exactly the same record which is there in the get all. So that's how you can use. All right, and now another website I'll show you. This one I didn't try post. Let me try one second. One more thing, I'll say post, and let me copy one of the record just for simplicity. I'll say raw and JSON and pretty. Why I can just hit right now. Okay, here also you can use, see this is also working. It just because 11 record we already created, right? So this is not considering this one. First of all, you can just type any junk also like this, and see it created 13, and I am assuming it's persisting the record which you have just now created, like I mean just now I have created, right? So if I do get all now, get, and now there is no change. It is just a simple, I'll say get all, and you see I got that record back also. So it's persisting that record also for some time for you. All right, so that's how it is. Now you can, I think you can use a delete as well. So just now we let's say created 2 records, 12 and 13, right? So let me delete it, number 12. So I go back here and I'll say 12 and delete it. So you see 200 record is deleted. Now if I go back and let's say I do get by ID first, let's say 12, and I see record not found, right? Which is correct. Now if I remove this one and I'll say get all, I should not see the record number 12. You see, it's not there. So this is like one of the best API, I would say, because it's persisting the data also. All right, so now there is one more API I want to show you, is this one. So this is all about MockAPI.io. You can explore much more features also that it might have. Okay, so let's second one is from the JSON placeholder. It is also pretty much same. So it like, let's say you can hit first record is this get by ID. I'll just copy here and paste this one. You see, you get first record, and if it's pretty much similar, just like mock API, if you remove the parameter and then you get at all. But here these records are fixed actually. So for example, I want to let me go back here and I'll just replace the URL. Okay, I'm simply swing. This is like in get body is of no use, so don't worry about that. I mean, don't get confused. Okay, so I'm saying get all right now. There is no parameter pass. You see, I get pretty much 100 records. Okay, and then let's say I want to enter this record. I will say post. It will give you 200 actually. I mean, 201 record is created at ID 101. But the catch is, if you do a get all, you will get only 100 again. You see, you get 100. So the record, I mean, data is not persist for some time. Or else that is one difference, but pretty much features are same. So I mean, for your UI work, you can use the way you want to. Okay, here also all the methods going to work, like delete and port or get by ID. Maybe get by ID, I'll show you. Let's say I want to fetch the record 99. So simply, so you say /99, and you see, you got that particular record. Okay, so that's pretty much about the second API. Okay, now let's go back to the third one, which I like the most. Actually, it has some features, like when you don't log in, so by default you get one URL, dedicated URL. You get an email ID. I'll show you what I was talking about last time, right? So I just copied the email ID and I created this account, right? Because it requires login, you have to log in. So I use this temporary email ID. There are many other APIs by the way for generating the email also. That is a different story, but I'm just saying this API, I mean, this site is giving you email ID also. So if you do control F, you see the exactly same email ID. So I created a account using this fake email ID temporarily. There are many other 10-minute email ID and stuff like that, so that is valid for 10 minutes or stuff like that is there. You can use that also. I'm just showing you the feature of this Webhook.site. All right, okay, so this is also is there. It is a get. If I do right away here, you see this is a dummy response. Maybe I can use Postman, and I'll say I want to copy this response. That is where I was saying you can temporary hard code your response also. So maybe what I'll do, I'll click on edit, and this is where I'll just say this one, and I'll save it. Now if I refresh now, I should get the JSON. Maybe I'll go back and I'll show the same in the Postman. I'll click here, simply get. You see, I'm getting that report from Webhook.site, and this the URL is fixed. All right, so this is one thing. Second thing is like email. I already told you, right? I'll go back here. Sorry, these are the requests actually which I'll show you one more time again. So this is the URL which I used to execute get, and this is the email address I told you. It has I didn't use these DNS, how to use it. Let's ignore this one for now. One more thing I want to show is this one. Let's say now, before I go here, you just observe here, there is no request, right? When you hit anything from here, let's say this one, so this is the get request, and you will get an entry over here. That means we executed. The fun part is, like, let's say I want to post this report. I'll say post. I want to use this as a post body, and I'll say I want to post, let's say, row and JSON, and I will say like now I'll say message, and I'll type something, say hello. Okay, and I'm using post and the same URL. I'll say send. This is done, 200, and this is the response because we hard coded over there, right? That is why we are getting the response back. That is a different story. But the fun part is, like, you are sending something, you can always go back I mean to the site. So this is the first request. We didn't pass anything because it was get. Now the second request is a post, and this is what we have sent, right? So that is what the fun is. Like you can track what you are sending to the server also if you want to check from your UI. Let's say you are sending some data, right? You want to check data is saved in DB or not. So you can assume this is your DB, stuff like that, because you are these API is basically nothing but a I mean, it's basically simulating the behavior of your APIs in the DB and stuff. I mean, backend, I would say, right? I didn't try other endpoints. Let me try an item of put is also working or not. Okay, so put is also working. Let's say you go back here, you see you get put, and that is where same message I'm passing right now. That's why you're getting same message back. All right, so that is what I want to show. That's pretty much about this video. Thank you very much.